What if 3 simple habits could rebuild your strength, calm your body, and bring back the energy you thought you'd lost forever? Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Robert Harlan, a 60-year-old physician with over 35 years of experience in the medical field in the U.S., from small clinics in the Midwest to renowned hospitals like the Mayo Clinic. I've had the privilege of working with thousands of people over 50, helping them maintain strength, not just in their bodies, but also in their minds. Life at this age is like a great book, full of unexpected chapters, sometimes filled with joy, but also with pages that make us reflect on our health. Today I want to sit here, as if we're sharing a morning coffee, to talk about something many people face: sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. After the age of 65, you can lose about 1% of your muscle mass each year, even if you try to stay active. It doesn't just affect your strength, it impacts your metabolism, mobility, brain health, and longevity. Imagine muscles as longtime companions. If you don't take care of them, they'll quietly fade away, leaving a gap in your everyday life. But don't get discouraged, because I'm here to tell you, this isn't your destiny. From my experience, I've seen countless people regain their strength with small science-backed changes. Research from the American Geriatric Society shows that by listening to your body, you can reverse this process. I think of my patient, John, who had lost his joy for golfing due to weak muscles. But with just a few simple adjustments, he was back on the course, smiling bright. Would you like a comeback like that? Today, based on science and real-life stories, we'll explore simple steps you can start right away. Stick with me, because your strength is within reach. Let's get started. I'm still here with my familiar cup of coffee, ready to continue our conversation about keeping muscles strong after 65. Now let's dive deeper, as if we're sitting on the porch watching the sunrise, talking about why muscles quietly fade away and how to bring them back. Have you ever wondered, why am I eating right, staying active, but still feeling weaker? Let me share a story. I remember Ms. Ellen, a 69-year-old patient, who walked into my office with a worried look. She said, "Doctor, I eat enough protein, walk every day, but my legs feel like they're not even mine anymore. My belly fat keeps increasing, even though I'm not eating more." Does that sound familiar? What Ellen was experiencing is a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, when your body, like a dry garden, can no longer absorb protein to build muscle. After 65, the mTOR pathway, the signal that turns protein into strength, starts to take a nap. The protein you eat, whether it's eggs or protein shakes, might get burned for energy or, worse, stored as belly fat. But that's not the whole story. There's a silent saboteur I want you to picture. Like a wrecking crew sneaking through your body: cortisol, the stress hormone. When you're sleep deprived, stressed out, or your blood sugar spikes from a carb-heavy breakfast, cortisol spikes too. It's like a wrecking ball, tearing down the muscle bricks you've built over the years. I saw this in Tom, a 72-year-old man who loved gardening, but was always stressed about caring for his young grandchildren. When we helped him sleep better and stabilize his blood sugar, he said, "Doctor, it feels like I've found myself again." From 35 years of working with people like Ellen and Tom, I've learned one thing: quality sleep is the magic remedy. Getting 7 to 9 hours of deep sleep not only recharges your energy, but also boosts growth hormones to repair muscle, while soothing cortisol, like putting out a smoldering fire. A study from the University of Chicago shows that enough sleep can reduce cortisol by 25% in older adults, giving muscles a chance to recover. Do you remember the last time you woke up after a good night's sleep, feeling full of life? That's your body saying thank you. So let's start with the small stuff. Skip that afternoon coffee, put your phone away before bed, and let me guide you through the next steps to regain your strength right in this video. Standing by the window looking out at the lush garden, I'm reminded of the vitality we're trying to revive for our older friends in America. Together, we're exploring sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass after age 65, not just due to the passage of time, but because of the signals our bodies are sending us. In the previous section, we talked about how anabolic resistance and cortisol quietly undermine your strength, like uninvited guests crashing the party. Now let's dive into another hidden but crucial piece: chronic inflammation. Picture it like a smoldering fire inside your body, quietly sabotaging your efforts to maintain strength. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, eating carefully, walking around the park, but your body still won't listen? Let me share a story. I remember Mr. George, a 71-year-old patient from the suburbs of Chicago, who once loved dancing with his wife at community ballrooms. But he came to me sadly sharing, "Doctor, I eat salads, I eat chicken, but my body just feels stiff and tired. I don't have the strength to dance anymore." After talking and running some tests, we uncovered the culprit: chronic inflammation, like a fire burning quietly that never goes out. This isn't the kind of inflammation you feel clearly, like joint pain. It's a silent destroyer, often coming from years of eating habits, like vegetable oils and fast food fries, or hidden sugars in those healthy granola bars at the supermarket. These things trigger inflammation signals, like IL-6, which block the mTOR pathway, the mechanism that helps muscles turn protein into strength. It's like trying to build a house, but every time you lay a brick, a gust of wind blows everything down. With 35 years of working with older adults across the US, I've seen how putting out this fire can change the game. A study in the Nutrients Journal shows that reducing inflammation doesn't just help muscles recover, but also makes them more responsive to protein, especially in those over 65. So what do? Start by replacing vegetable oils, like canola or soybean oil in your snacks, with olive oil or coconut oil. Drizzle a little over your salad, like offering a gentle apology to your body. Add omega-3s from salmon, an American coastal restaurant favorite, or high-quality fish oil capsules. They act like firefighters, putting out the flames and helping your muscles repair. Don't forget curcumin from turmeric. I have a patient, Mary from Texas, who added turmeric to her pumpkin soup, and just a few weeks later, she felt her joints were less stiff and her steps lighter. These small changes don't just put out the fire. They help your muscles hear the protein you eat. Think of your body like a garden in your backyard. Inflammation is the weed choking the flowers of strength. When you choose the right foods, you're pulling the weeds, letting that garden bloom. Today, what snack can you swap for a healthier option? Stick with me, because in the next part, we'll unlock more keys to unlock the hidden strength in your muscles. We continue our journey exploring how to maintain muscle strength after 65, facing sarcopenia, the loss of muscle that not only comes with time, but from the silent signals in our bodies. In previous sections, we've discussed anabolic resistance, cortisol, and chronic inflammation, like winds disrupting the garden of your strength. Now let's sit down together, as if we're chatting by the fireplace, to explore two other important pieces: mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses in our bodies, and insulin, the nutrient transporter. Have you ever felt fatigued after just walking a short distance, or wondered why your body doesn't have the same vitality it used to? Let me share a story with you and how we can make a change. Imagine your body as a small town, with each cell being a house that needs energy to light up. Mitochondria are the power plants in those houses, creating ATP, the energy that helps muscles contract, repair, and grow. But after 65, these power plants start to slow down, as if they're running low on fuel. I remember Mrs. Dorothy, a 70-year-old patient from Florida, who once loved walking on the beach, but recently felt her legs growing heavy and tired after just a few steps. She said to me, "Doctor, I eat well, I stay active, but why does my body feel like it's out of juice?" That's the sign that the mitochondria are running out of breath. When they weaken, your muscles get tired and take longer to recover, no matter how much protein you eat. It's like having all the materials to build a house, but no electricity to power the machinery. I've seen that we can reboot these powerhouses. A study from the University of California shows that just light, consistent exercise, like a brisk 15 to 20-minute walk every day, can stimulate the body to create more mitochondria, like building new power plants. You don't need to run a marathon. Simply walking around the park and letting the morning sun touch your skin sends a strong signal to your body. I once advised Mr. Henry, a patient in Seattle, to try walking around his neighborhood after breakfast. Just a few weeks later, he called me laughing, "Doctor, I can play with my grandkids without getting out of breath." You can also support mitochondria with nutrients like CoQ10 or L-carnitine. They act like lubricant, helping the power plants run more smoothly. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that CoQ10 helps older adults boost muscle strength and reduce fatigue when combined with light exercise. But that's not the whole story. There's another important transporter I want you to think about: insulin. Insulin doesn't just manage blood sugar, it also delivers nutrients, like protein and glucose, into muscles for repair and growth. When we're young, insulin works efficiently, like a speedy delivery driver. But after years of eating a lot of starches, like bread, pasta, or breakfast cereals, insulin starts to get stuck in traffic. This is insulin resistance, which is very common in older Americans. When insulin becomes less effective, nutrients can't get into the muscles and instead turn into fat, especially around the belly. I've seen this with Ms. Linda, a 68-year-old from Ohio who ate toast and orange juice for breakfast but complained about belly fat and weak muscles. When we changed her habits, she was surprised. "I didn't know these little things were so important." So, how do we improve? Cut back on starches, especially refined ones like pastries or soda. Even healthy cereals can spike blood sugar. Try intermittent fasting, allowing your body to rest for 14 to 16 hours overnight, giving insulin a chance to reset. I often recommend patients take a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals, a simple but powerful habit. A study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that walking after meals improves insulin sensitivity by up to 30% in older adults. Ms. Linda started walking around her garden after dinner, and after just a month she said, "Doctor, I feel lighter, like my body is working the right way." Think of your body like a town that needs both electricity and smooth traffic. Mitochondria provide the energy, and insulin paves the way for nutrients. When you support them with exercise, the right nutrition, and proper rest, You're rebuilding that town to shine brighter. Today, could you try a 15-minute walk or swap your morning toast for a protein-rich meal? Stick with me, because in the next part, we'll explore how to bring all these pieces together into a simple plan to regain your strength. Imagine we're sitting in a small coffee shop back home with the early sunlight streaming through the window, talking about two other essential factors: vitamin D, calcium, and how to optimize protein so your muscles truly listen to you. Have you ever felt your steps less steady or worried about falling when getting in and out of your car? Let me share a story with you and how we can make a change. I remember Mrs. Martha, a 67-year-old patient from Arizona, who once loved gardening but recently started falling more often. She said to me, "Doctor, I don't understand why I'm getting so weak so quickly. I eat carefully, but my body just feels like it's lacking energy." After checking her levels, we found that she was severely deficient in vitamin D, a common issue among older adults in the US, especially those who spend little time outside. Vitamin D doesn't just keep your bones strong, it's also a key player in muscle strength. When you're low in it, your muscles weaken, balance becomes harder, and the risk of falling increases. Combined with calcium, from greens, yogurt, or small fish, these two nutrients work together as a protective duo, keeping both your muscles and bones strong. I advised Mrs. Martha to spend 15 minutes each morning in the sunlight and add kale to her meals. Just a few months later, she was smiling brightly. "Doctor, I can kneel down to tend to my flowers again without worrying about falling." A study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society shows that older adults who get enough vitamin D reduce their risk of falling by 20%, thanks to stronger muscles. Having worked with many patients, I've come to realize that vitamin D and calcium are foundational. In the US, many people over 65 are deficient in vitamin D due to limited sun exposure or living in areas with less sunlight, like the northern regions. It's a good idea to check your vitamin D levels with your doctor, and if possible, spend 15 minutes in the early sunlight, just enough to feel the warm light on your skin. Additionally, eating leafy greens like spinach or a little low-fat cheese will help provide calcium. These small changes not only strengthen your bones, but also help your muscles be ready to move, like reinforcing a house with stronger pillars. Now let's talk about a practical solution to turn nutrition into strength: optimizing protein. You might be thinking, "I eat protein, but why don't I feel any different?" The secret lies in how you eat. After 65, your body needs a strong kick to activate muscle-building signals. And that starts with consuming 30 to 40 grams of protein in a single meal, especially in the morning. Think of a breakfast with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a piece of chicken breast, not scattered throughout the day, but concentrated to wake up your muscles. Pair that with light resistance exercise like lifting small dumbbells or using resistance bands, and you're sending a clear message to your body: we need these muscles. I once worked with Mr. Frank, a 72-year-old in Oregon, who started his day with a protein-packed breakfast and 10 minutes of resistance band exercises. He was amazed. "Doctor, I feel like I've turned back 10 years. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal, combined with resistance training, significantly increased their muscle mass compared to just eating protein alone. Imagine your body as a builder. Protein is the brick, exercise is the tool, and vitamin D and calcium are the foundation. When you combine them the right way, your strength-building house becomes more solid. Can you start tomorrow with a protein-rich breakfast or a walk in the sun? These small steps are a promise to your body that you still have much to do, many places to go. Stay with me, because in the next part, we'll connect everything to create a simple plan to help you regain strength and live life to the fullest every day. We're on a journey to face sarcopenia, the loss of muscle that doesn't just come with age, but from the silent signals our bodies are waiting for us to listen to. In previous sections, we've talked about anabolic resistance, cortisol, chronic inflammation, mitochondria, insulin, and the roles of vitamin D, calcium, and protein as the building blocks to rebuild your strength garden. Today, imagine we're sitting on the porch, sipping our morning coffee, and I'm going to share one of my favorite tricks, a simple but powerful habit, and how to pull everything together so you can take action. Have you ever thought that a cup of coffee could be your weapon to revive your muscles? Let me tell you this story. I remember Mr. Walter, a 70-year-old patient from Minnesota, who used to be a carpenter but now found it hard to lift his toolbox. He came to see me, discouraged. "Doctor, I eat well, I walk regularly, but my muscles keep shrinking. What can I do to get my strength back?" After talking, I suggested he try a small habit, a morning coffee protocol. Not just any coffee, but an organic cup of coffee with 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, a safe natural compound, and a spoonful of MCT oil or grass-fed butter. Drinking this coffee after 15 minutes of light exercise like walking around the block or doing a few resistance band exercises is a great way to wake up your body. Mr. Walter tried it for a month and called back, his voice full of excitement. "Doctor, I feel like I have so much energy. It's like my muscles are coming back to life." What makes his protocol so special? Creatine helps boost ATP, energy for your muscles, improving mitochondrial function and making your muscles more responsive to the protein you eat. MCT oil or butter stabilizes blood sugar and prevents cortisol from spiking. A study from the Journal of Gerontology shows that older adults who use creatine combined with light exercise see a significant increase in muscle mass and strength compared to those who don't. I find this protocol not only effective but also easy to apply, like a meaningful morning ritual. Think of your cup of coffee as a reminder. You're taking care of your body one day at a time. But that's just one part of the bigger picture. Science also shows that omega-3s from salmon reduce inflammation, helping muscles recover better, as we discussed earlier. Intermittent fasting, resting for 14 to 16 hours overnight, not only improves insulin sensitivity, but also stimulates your body to regenerate mitochondria, reducing fatigue, according to a study in Cell Metabolism. These pieces, from creatine, omega-3s, to fasting, all contribute to one goal: activating anabolic signals, soothing cortisol and inflammation, supporting insulin and mitochondria. Preventing muscle loss isn't just about eating more protein, it's about holistic care for your body, just like you'd care for an old friend. Imagine your body as an orchestra. Each factor, protein, exercise, vitamin D, creatine, is an instrument. When they play in harmony, you create a symphony of strength. But if you only play one note, like eating protein but ignoring inflammation or insulin, the music will be out of tune. I've seen this with Mrs. Ruth, 69, from California, who once thought eating more meat was enough. When we added light exercise, the morning coffee with creatine, and reduced starches, she said, "Doctor, I'm not only stronger, but I feel more alive." A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition supports this. Combining protein, exercise, and reducing inflammation helps older adults build muscle twice as effectively as just eating protein. In short, you don't need to change your whole life. Start small. Try the morning coffee protocol for 7 days. Add a 15-minute walk and a 30-gram protein breakfast, like eggs with greens. Pay attention to how you feel. Are your legs more stable? Is your energy better? You're sending your body a message. We still have a lot to do, many places to go. Life after 65 isn't about slowing down. It's about living fully with the strength you build. Stick with me, because in the final part, we'll pull everything together into a simple plan for you to start today, living healthy and confident every day. We've journeyed together through the process of fighting sarcopenia, the loss of muscle after 65, from anabolic resistance, cortisol, and inflammation to mitochondria, insulin, vitamin D, and the morning coffee protocol. We've seen that your body's like a garden, just waiting for the right signals to bloom. Now imagine you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to weakness, the other to strength and vitality. Which path will you choose? I remember Mrs. Helen, 68, from Georgia, who started with the creatine coffee and a 15-minute walk each morning. After a week, she texted me, "Doctor, not only do I feel stronger, but it's like I've found my joy for life again." Would you like to feel that way? Take action today. Try the morning coffee protocol with 3 to 5 grams of creatine, a spoonful of MCT oil, a 15-minute walk, and a 30-gram protein breakfast, like eggs with greens. Track your progress for 7 days. Are your legs more stable? Is your energy rising? If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for my channel so you don't miss the next tips. Share it with your friends, because strength isn't just yours, it's for all of us. Your body still knows how to build. You just need to send the right signals. Wishing you health, energy, and I'll see you in the next video. Additionally, we have a special gift just for you. Simply click the link in the description below and fill out the form to receive your gift today. We look forward to continuing this health journey with you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.